What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. My name is Justin and here with JustInkD. If you're new to the channel, welcome. In this channel, we pretty much talk about all things that are tattoo related, my experiences, opinions on certain topics, and most importantly, my journey in towards working towards my bodysuit. Now, I got some great news for you guys. I got a tattoo planned in the near future. You don't want to miss that, so hit that little red button that says subscribe so you don't miss any future content. But let's get to today's video. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about and going over tips for your first tattoo sleeve. Now, these are all my personal experiences and opinions on it from, my experience on getting two sleeves. So I hope you guys like this video. Let's get to it. Let's go. So the first tip I have for you guys is just find something that moves you and that you like. There's nothing better than getting a tattoo that, means a lot to you, especially your first one. I find your first one should always be something that has a lot of meaning to you that you really love and enjoy. So that's my first one. Now let's go into the second tip, and that is make sure you kind of sit on the idea for 3 to 6 months. You may have that idea of something you love, but it's best and probably best for the future so you don't regret it and have to do laser, like aka this one right here. Sit on it for 3 to 6 months, and if you ever see yourself doubting yourself in that time about the tattoo that you want or the sleeve that you have in mind, it's best that you probably think of something else, because if you're already doubting yourself in that short span of time, you're definitely going to be doubting yourself once you have it on you and in maybe a couple years down the road. Give it some good thought. You don't want to jump the gun on any tattoos, which goes into my next point, and that is number 3. It is do your effing research on the artist. I can't stress this enough. Your artist is the most important part about a tattoo, in my opinion. Aside from placement, I believe an artist can make or break a tattoo. I really do. And that is because artists specialize in certain styles. Now, an artist may be good. You may have an artist that is good at everything, but most of the time they are good at a specific thing. Now, the style may be black and gray realism. It could be color realism. It could be, geometric. It could be so many different styles. Japanese, old school American. There are so many different types of styles, but you got to find that artist that is good at the style you want. So now, what style do you want? Do you want American, old school? Do you want realism, black and gray, color? You got to think about this all while you look for that artist, so you know that the artist is going to execute that tattoo the best possible way. Number 4, don't get a lot of people's opinions when you are making the tattoo or thinking about the tattoo. I remember when I was getting my angel done, I wanted to get everybody's opinions for some reason. I want my whole family's, I wanted friends, I just want even randoms. I just asked everybody. And the problem with that is it starts to get into your mind and you start to overthink the tattoo. Maybe ask 2 or 3 people that are really close to you. Take their opinion lightly, but do what you think is best. And also, if you have an artist and you talk to them, take their word. Have some ideas, ask some people, but don't get the whole world's opinion, because nobody wins in the end. Because then you get too many ideas, you start overthinking, it just isn't worth it. So my experiences from it, it's just not worth it. Stick to you and a couple people. Tip number 5 is one that I want you guys to do. It's I just mentioned it kind of briefly before, but it is trust your artist. Now, I want you guys to give up a lot of the control you think you have to your artist. Work together, it's always best to work as a partnership with them instead of giving them all the reign, or you having all control and saying it. They're the experts, they're the professionals. They know what's best. They know what's going to flow on what body part or what skin tone. Don't be too anal about everything, but also make sure to speak up when you are not sure of something, or, you just disagree with how something may look. So this is number 6, and this one is plan ahead. Know what you want. Now, if you know that you are working towards your first sleeve, make sure you're not getting small tattoos that can ruin the flow of that future sleeve. Now, what I mean by that is don't get little tattoos, say, in the middle of your forearm or in the middle of your shoulder, bicep, or, in those kind of areas that are prime locations for a nice cohesive styled sleeve. It makes the sleeve look so much better. It helps the artist out because, one, he's no longer jumping through hoops. Maybe you don't have to do a cover up now. Sometimes it may work out, sometimes it may not, but it's always best to just plan ahead. If you want that sleeve, don't ruin it and jump the gun on, say, other tattoos and putting them where it will ruin that future tattoos. So number 7, what I have for you guys is, where do you start on a sleeve? And for the most part, it really doesn't matter, but it also does matter. So I would say I like to put my tattoo sleeves into 2 kind of categories. You got your patchwork sleeve, and then you got your more cohesive theme style sleeve. One is more, like I said, patchwork. There's a lot of skin in the in-betweens, whereas the theme one and more cohesive one, it all flows as one. For the patchwork, I would say it really doesn't matter where you start. You can start wherever you want. But for the theme style sleeve, I would say this is one where you have to plan ahead more. I would also say you start from either your top and work your way down, or vice versa, or you work from the bottom and work your way up. I'm gonna add a little personal note into that last tip. And for me personally, I like full one style theme tattoo sleeves. You can have the patch style, that can be pretty much its own theme. The patch style is a theme and it looks awesome in some people. I personally love, and I think the sleeve looks its best when it has a full theme to it. So that's my little personal tip. But the last one is, make sure you are financially ready for a sleeve. They cost a lot of money. If you want a good style sleeve, it's gonna cost you anywhere from $3,000 up. So make sure you're mentally preparing yourself to know that that money is gonna be thrown out for quality work. And then also make sure you have the time put together for that tattoo. If I was an artist, I wouldn't want to do a sleeve in like 6 years. I would like to I'd forget how the tattoo was supposed to be. I'd forget what we're doing. So make sure you kind of give it a certain amount of time. I'm not saying go and do what I did, where I did a tattoo, pretty much a whole sleeve in 3 weeks. But I'm also saying don't wait like 7 years to get a sleeve done. I like getting tattoos in a certain amount of time because the ink looks fresh and all is one. Whereas if you get tattoos and you start waiting years on years and years on end, each tattoo is going to look a little more faded than the fresher tattoo. So that's just my personal opinion on that as well. Now, I hope you guys liked this video. If it did help you in any way, go and give it a big thumbs up. If I missed anything, go and comment what I missed. Let me know what you guys do in terms of tips for starting your first sleeve or your first tattoo. Let me know. I always like to read them. I like to interact with you, and it also helps other people in the community to go and read the comments and see what other people are thinking. Finally, go and subscribe so you don't miss any future content. Like I said, I have a tattoo coming soon. You don't want to miss that, and me working towards my leg sleeve. I hope this video helped you guys in some way. I hope you guys have a good day. Keep safe. Justin out. Later, guys.